As House Republicans were struggling to choose a speaker, an image of Representative Ilhan Omar emerged that at least I related to. Here she is, being spoken to by Representative Matt Gaetz. That face. At that moment, we were all Ilhan. Like, please don't talk to me. Now, this was tweeted out on Thursday by POLITICO reporter Nicholas Wu. And he noted in his tweet that Representative Gaetz had been making the rounds on the Democratic side, talking to members, and he told Representative Omar that the anti-Kevin group, the Never Kevers, got all they wanted, but were still not voting for him. So that's interesting. Now, again, if you're trying to make the argument that, hey, look, we're just doing this so that we can get enough concessions, that might be true for a lot of them. But I think there's some of them that no matter what Kevin McCarthy does, they're still not going to vote for him. So now this is according to a source familiar. Now, in his piece in Politico, Wu wrote, the Democrats are in no mood to bail Republicans out. And they had some quotes here. This is from Alyssa Slotkin saying, quote, they're not desperate enough yet. Now, Wu also noted that Slotkin was, quote, precisely the type of moderate Democrat who would be involved in compromise conversations with the GOP. So it just kind of shows you that that's not what's happening, because we remember the other day you had that image or that video of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez speaking with Matt Gaetz. And basically he was asking her, are the Democrats going to go and bail out McCarthy? And she says, no, we do not have plans to do that. We're not going to come and save McCarthy from your clown show. And that's it. And again, a lot of people were wondering what they were talking about. That's that conversation. Going to Slotkin, and I think it's really important how he points out, how Wu points out, that this is indeed the kind of person who's more than happy to reach across the aisle with Republicans saying, nope, not going to do it. Not interested. You got to come to us. I think that's really interesting. Here, Democrats are very content to sit and watch the shit show and then have them basically grovel if they decide that they want the Democrats' help, which again, politically looks terrible for Republicans. And again, if I were Democrats right now, I would run ads consistently over this and pointing out the fact that Republicans can't govern. They can't govern. They can't even pick a leader. They can't do anything. You want to look at dysfunctional government, that's your dysfunctional government right now. Whereas if you look to us, you give us the power and maybe we will do something. And on the messaging, that's good political messaging. You give us the power and we'll do something. So I'm just saying. Now, there's more serious conversation, but first, let's get to some fun responses to it. Again, going back to the face here. Patricia says, a picture is worth 1,000 words. She looked like she just smelled a bad fart. True. True. Doom scrolling to the end says, I guess he's pretty used to women making that face at him by now. Again, true. Gandalf the Gay, I love that, said, these pictures keep puzzling me like Gozar talking to AOC. Like, there aren't these people that are saying that the squad are secret communist jihadists that are effing their brothers? Yeah, they do say that. They do say all sorts of unhinged things. And then, as I mentioned on the other program yesterday, they tweet out anime videos of, people like AOC being literally assaulted. And yet, oh, now you want to have a conversation. You want to pretend that there's some sort of camaraderie, right? Like you're an outsider? No, she's not interested. And no one should be interested in speaking to someone like Matt Gaetz. Look, it's one thing to disagree with the other side on policy. I disagree with the other side on policy all the time. But it's quite another. But yeah, I could still have a conversation with someone from the other side, potentially. But it's quite another when they do some of the most vicious personal attacks and then expect to have a cordial conversation. No, F off. Don't want none, don't start none. But now, serious point. One response says, one funny side plot of this whole thing is the Freedom Caucus yahoos thinking that they have some sort of horseshoe theory solidarity with the squad, while the squad is totally disinterested. I think that's a good point. And one thing to remember that Gaetz, Gosar, and the rest, they're not Republican outsiders. They all agree on policy. Corporate rule. They all want that corporate rule. That means protect the rich at all costs, deregulate corporations, and crush the working class. And on social issues, don't even get me started. Horrible. Horrible. So to think that they can find common ground with the squad and have the squad back them? No, ridiculous. It's comical.